Hey y'all, Kate here. So I have two weapons. I have a Bogo Club and a Tri-Lizalfos Boomerang. They're both one hit from breaking, and if I hit them on something or slam them into the ground, they're gone. However, I have a glitch I can use that lets me use them over and over without them actually breaking. So here we're testing this out on trees, and I'm able to swipe the sword and then change its equip, and it doesn't lose durability. That's a really useful glitch. And you can see it here in slow motion. And so this glitch is not easy. It requires correct positioning and timing. You have to swipe your sword and then change your equip during the initial frames of it. It's a little awkward to hold the controller while you do this also. And you have to stand in the correct spot. You can't be too far or too close to your target. If you're too close to your target, then you won't be able to do your equip in time, and your sword will just break. The durability will get taken. And if you're too far, then it won't work. You don't want to stand, like I said, you don't want to stand close to the object. This glitch extends the hitbox of your object, which is really weird. So you want to be a little bit behind where you're trying to hit. And once it works, then you get wacky stuff like this that happens. And so if you slow it down frame by frame, you can see the initial frames of the sword swipe. He puts the sword behind his back, and then he has a white sword trail follow the sword. And so you want to use that sword trail as a visual cue, where basically the first frame that the white sword trail is visible, that's when you want to do the equip, right there. And so you just want to swipe the sword and press the equip menu, and if you see the sword trail on the correct frame, then you know that it's going to work if you're positioned correctly. It's quite tricky at a time, but with practice it isn't too awful. And once you're good at it, you can just do it back to back and get the glitch consecutively like this. Something that helps is using long swords like the Great Flame Blade that I have equipped. It makes the range that you can use a little bit bigger because the sword's bigger, and so it makes hitting these trees as a target a bit easier. There's a reason I'm using trees as an example. This glitch is quite impractical in like battle situations. I'm trying to use it here to fight some enemies, and it's not too useful because, again, you have to be positioned just right where you're the right positioning, not too far, not too close to them. And then you have to time the trick correctly, which is kind of hard in like the midst of battle. Also, Link, like, he sort of dashes forward when he swipes his sword at an enemy. Sometimes, not always. It's really strange. But yeah, Link, he'll like sort of take a step forward sometimes when he flashes his sword, which will mess up your positioning. So it's wacky, it's weird, but it's a way to not lose durability, which is really cool. And yeah, hope this served as a good explanation for the trick, and thank you for watching.